Hello there guys, welcome back to Shadowrun Dragonfall. We recently leveled up, which was pretty cool. Is it done? Yeah, it's done. That's okay. So to make sure it definitely saved that. Yeah, so we dropped off the information to Die Schockvellenreiter, I believe they're called. Divine Keller. Let's go check out Divine Keller. We haven't been down there before. But it looks like it's some sort of dingy club. There's a dude, Lucky Strike. That is awesome. I used to smoke Lucky Strikes years ago. They're fucking great. Very hard to get hold of in England. Very nice cigarettes. Lucky Strike. Oh man. Memories. Hello, Lucky. What you got to tell me? Oh, it's a woman. A young woman stands at the bar smoking a cigarette. No shit. Someone's a fan, isn't there? You've seen her face before. Lucky Strike, one of the mercenaries from Monica's files. A plume of blue-grey smoke spills from the corner of her mouth as she turns her attention to you. Hey. Distinctive circuit pattern tattoos that line her face shimmer and pulse with light. You need something? I don't think that we've met. I'm slick. Yeah, I know who you are. She takes a drag on her cigarette. How you holding up, champ? I heard what happened to your boss. Yeah, okay, she wasn't just my boss, she was my friend. She smirks and lets the smoke escape from the corner of her mouth. Yeah, well, sorry for your loss and all that. A lot of people are still torn up about it. So you need something, or are you just gonna stand there staring? Why did you bring up Monica? I met her a couple of times. She seemed nice enough. She takes on the drag on her cigarette. But I mostly knew her by reputation. You can't live in this Kiev without hearing about the Queen of the Cruise Bazaar. She pauses, then slowly lets the smoke escape through her nostrils. Can't say that I was a fan. Monica didn't control the Cruise Bazaar? Didn't she? She locks eyes with you. Then why did the place start falling apart the second that she got geeked? She takes another drag on her cigarette. The smoke spills out of her mouth as she speaks. Either Monica controlled the Cruise Bazaar, or she had her fingers in so many pies that she might as well have. Comes out to the same thing either way. Lucky Strike taps out a cigarette and leans towards you, a predatory grin on her face. You and your friends, you followed Monica too. Obeyed her orders without question, right? No, without question. There were debates. She was our team leader. That was true. I've got a news flash for you, friend. Here in Berlin, teams don't have leaders. The very idea of a team leader runs counter to the spirit of this place. For such a rabid anarchist, your friend seemed awfully comfortable being in power. Kind of a contradiction in terms, don't you think? Yes, actually, all of your points are valid. Oh, that's amazing. Fair point, but you aren't going to change my opinion of Monica? She seemed to be doing good in the Cruise Bazaar, so I'm going with fair point, but you aren't going to change my opinion of Monica. I wasn't trying to. Remarkable thing about living in a free society, we're all allowed to have different opinions. She shrugs. Don't take it personally. She's turning into a gangster now, the more that I'm doing this fucking voice. Don't take it personally. I'm sure that you wouldn't like my friends either. One last thing, Slick. I can't stop you from stepping in to fill Schaefer's shoes. You're already doing it, making all the same moves that she did. A word of advice, though. Don't take too much on yourself. Spread the responsibility around. What a strange person. She turns away. I don't, but in a place like this, stacking too much power on any one person is dangerous. Not just for that person, but for everybody. The last thing we need is for you to eat a bullet and for this whole place to fall apart again. Cheers, Lucky. Jeez, you're a fucking bag full of fun, aren't you? Let's have a look at the rest of Das Weinkeller. Der Weinkeller. We have what appears to be some sort of soup kitchen. Nothing too interesting there. Some sort of thing I can't use over there. And what is this? What's over in this corner? Just a booth. Just a dodgy little booth. Okay, well that was interesting. Let's also have a talk to Simi again and see if she's got anything to say. The girl with the chip in her head stands with her eyes closed, rocking back and forth. She looks so frail that a light breeze might knock her over, but she somehow stays on her feet, whether by coincidence or some kind of preternatural junkie awareness. She opens her eyes when you come near. I know you. I'm slick. By face, by name, by cry, or by song. Has she said that to us before? Simi Kim is what most people call me. They think I don't know why, but I do. Monica explained. What you been up to? The girl absently fingers the chipjack in her temple. I wanted to escape with the children and the captain. We had to get away from the soldiers, out of Austria. But it was wrong, all wrong. I was taking them over the mountains, but it was the wrong way, I know it was. It would have taken us straight into Germany, not Switzerland. We should have taken a train, gone to Italy, then we would have been safe. Why did I give her a high-pitched voice? I didn't want it to end badly, so I turned it off. Zack sold me something new. In it I feel strong. Zack Flash, you son of a bitch! I have a son and he's destined to save the world. I have to protect him because the machines have come back to kill him before he can become a man. Oh my god, it's Terminator. He sold Terminator, the video game. Terminator 2, the video game, really. I won't let that happen because in there I am strong. Though Kim's words are bold, her trembling voice and body betray someone aching for a fix. How do you feel about Monica's death, Simi? Kim hugs her arms close to her body. Sad. She'll never got to have a family. She'll never get married, never be a mother. Seems she was a mother to the whole cruise bazaar. Kim nods her head almost dumbly, her eyes unfocused on the ground. Monica said her mother is always her mother, always. Cool. She hugs herself tight and stares blankly at the ground. Fine. Well done. So, Zack Flash, have you been selling people video games? Have you got any cool shit we can play? I see you. I see you, Zack. Talk to me. Welcome back, mein Freund. What can old Zack get you? No, he doesn't actually. Okay, never mind. I was just wondering if he had anything new to say to us that now that we've talked to Simi, but he doesn't. Let's... Oh, who's that? Maintenance work. Did we deal with all that shit? I'm sure we did. You can't have anything else for us to do. Wow, we never finished this off. Really? Drek, finally, I was worried you wouldn't come back either. So tell me, what happened? Everything go okay? It's taken care of. You can leave. Give us some money. What about Victor? Your friend isn't coming. I'm sorry. Christ, poor Vic. I don't know how I'm going to tell his folks. Real close-knit family they were. Found this on his body. Maybe you could give it to them. Oh, wow. Hey, thanks. He turns the manual over in his hands, rubs his thumb over the Care One paper cover. They'll appreciate it. Here's the money I promised you. Man, wow. Did not realise that we hadn't done that. Guess we have to pay a little bit more attention to what we're doing. I didn't see anything in the quest list about it. We still have the scotch as well. God knows what we're going to do with that. I'm guessing it's for something, but I don't know what yet. Let's have a quick chat with some of these guys. Just checking in, mate. Alright, let's do his voice then. I appreciate the effort you're making, but you've got some big shoes to fill around here. Just do what the job requires. It ain't a job. The sooner you realise that, the better. Nothing stays secret for long in the F-state. The flux demands transparency. The truth will always get out, and the truth about Monica's death is now on the breeze, flowing through the streets of Berlin. Next come visitors of uncertain intent. Some may just be bottom feeders, sniffing after the leavings of the dead. Others will be hunters looking to exploit a leaderless tribe. You still think it's leaderless? The old Charles squints at you as if looking through a jeweler's loop. Not sure yet. There are trying times ahead. Seen it before, too many times before. Anything else you need? Tell us more about the war. Lane grumbles and massages phantom pain in his synthetic legs. Damn it, why won't the world just let an old soldier fade away like MacArthur promised? You were military. Where did you serve? Back home with the Finnish Defence Force, Jaeger Brigade. Lane clenches and unclenches a fist, either out of repressed anger or more phantom pain. His weathered face betrays nothing. The Russians thought to come at us from the north as well as the west, through the Lapland, thinking us weaker there. They thought wrong, and the snow was painted pink on both sides of the border. Tell me more about the Euro Wars. Doubt there's much more I could tell you that you wouldn't have learned in school, that you should have learned in school. Russians invaded, hell if I can remember why. World was more a mess back then than it is today, if you ask me. They attacked Poland and Finland first. Poland broke within months, opening the door into Germany. I had no contacts in Berlin back then, mind you. Can't say really how bad things were here. Had battles of my own to worry about. No, nothing else, because that's killing my throat, Lane. Thank you very much for the info. Samuel Beckenbauer. Hello again, my friend. What can I do for you? How's Alexander doing? He is adjusting with difficulty. Samuel shakes his head. Your friend Dietrich took a chance in sending his nephew to us. I will do my best to justify his faith in me. I'd like to talk to you about your organisation. Yes, of course. Please, go on. No, I would not. I've changed my mind. I'm not giving you my money. It's for the ALBIS fund. I'm sorry. We need it. No questions. I can't rely on this 36 supposed grand that we're going to get, because I know that's bollocks, basically. We all know it's bollocks. If there's one thing I know, it's when something's bollocks. So what we are going to do is head into the safe house and go see Amsel first. But I'm not going to have fingers crossed for the cash. We're also going to do the round of talking to our guys, I guess. Let's see what... Get some backstory out of some of these motherfuckers. Let's see what Blitz has got to say. There we go. One look at Blitz's place. Oh shit, good start. Nice place, Blitz. One look at Blitz's face is enough to tell you that something is gnawing at him. He stands beside his table, playing with a coffee spoon. Hoy, Slick, what you need? What's going on, Blitz? Well, Chief, I hate to admit it, but I might be in a little bit of trouble here. What sort of trouble? Well, you remember those creditors I told you about? The ones who loaned me all of that money? Yeah, well, as it turns out, some of them are a little less forgiving than I thought they were. Keep talking. Well, one in particular seems to have taken things kind of personally. How personally? I got a package in the mail. It had somebody's thumbs in it. Thumbs? Yeah, thumbs. They came in a cigar box packed in salt. I have no idea who they belong to. I'm pretty sure that they were meant to convey some sort of message. Yeah. I don't want to lose my thumbs, Chief. I like my thumbs. I think that I need to pay this guy back. Luckily, I've got a plan. I know how to get myself out of hot water with Meat Grinder. I've got it all specced out. You took a loan for someone called Meat Grinder. Hey, Chief, come on. I feel bad enough about this already. There's no need to rub it in. Anyway, like I was saying, I can make it alright again, but I'll need your help to do it. I'm listening. Well, there's this group out in Dragonfall. They call themselves the Landenberg Ring. They're a financial crime organization, and there's a lot of bad blood between them and Meat Grinder's operation. Anyway, back when I was running with the Schwarzhirschen, I laid out the groundwork for a hit on the Landberg Ring. I was never able to make good on it, though for some reason none of the other gang has ever volunteered to help out. With your help, I could steal enough money from them to cover my debt, and get myself back into Meat Grinder's good graces in the process. So what do you think? A quick run, just you and me, with me in the Matrix and you as my man on the ground. We hit them, satisfy my debt, and laugh about it on our way back home. Sound like a plan? Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. Whatever, Blitz. No problem, Chief, no problem at all. You can count on me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some last-minute stuff to take care of before we get started. Oh, and Slick. Thanks. Are you with the U-Bahn, then? No, not as such, Chief. I won't be physically going to Dragonkeeper. I've seen enough of that place for one lifetime. I'll be checking in from a terminal that I set up here in the Cruise Bazaar. Okay, I guess I'll send you a comlink when I get there, then. Sounds good, Chief. Thanks again. Great. Take the U-Bahn to Dragonkeeper. Fine, I'll do that. I will do that. I'm just going to talk to everyone else first, Blitz, if you don't mind. Oh, man, we are a busy motherfucker. Dante. Anything to tell me? Let's pet him up a bit. Stay put. Good dog. Equipment stash, mission computer. We should probably check our emails quickly. We haven't seen our emails for a while. Any new messages? 4 unread messages. RE Salvage DVD. The screen flickers to life and Mallet's face appears. On the shifting background and ambient noise, it's clear this message was recorded on a portable device. Oi Slick, just wanted to tell you that I've met with limited success in working on that stack of DVDs. It's a thorny problem, but at least I'm making some headway. If you look on the table beside your DVD player, you'll find another recovered disc. I wasn't able to salvage all the files on it, but I think you might find what I did recover to be of interest. For my part, I'm going to continue working on the other DVDs. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't hold out much hope. They're all badly damaged and suffering from disc rot besides. I'll be in touch. My best to you and your team. Message ends. Payback is sweet. Screen flickers to life and Maxim's face appears. He's wearing a broad grin and you can hear the sounds of celebration in the background. Hey there, Muscle! Not sure if Tuck gave me the right address, but I figured it was worth a shot. I don't know if you heard, but our favourite potty club got hit from all sides by the F-State today. It was glorious. Anyway, just thought you'd want to share in the good news, and thanks for your help back there. I don't think we'd have made it out of there without you. He raises a hand in salute. Take care, Slick. Cool. Thanks, Alexander, to Slick. Can't remember what Alexander's voice was, so we'll just go with this one. Hey Slick, Uncle Dietrich told me that I could message you here, so I figured that I should. He probably told you that I'm living at Samuel's, huh? Well, that's where I am. It's different, I'll give it that much. I like that. I don't get pressured. Oh, no, that's one sentence. I like that I don't get pressured to hurt people around here, so that's good. And nobody smacks me around, even though I can tell that a lot of the orcs and trolls want to. I do get yelled at a lot and called a lot of names, but I guess that making me feel bad about that kind of thing is all a part of the plan. What? Life kind of sucks right now, but at least nobody's going to make me kill anyone. Uncle D says that it's going to get better, and maybe it will, I don't know. Anyway, what I mostly wanted to say was thanks for not killing me back at the Humanist compound. I had a gun on you, so you totally could have, but you didn't, and I'm glad about that. Thanks. And we need to talk from Dr. Xavier Esquibel. Oh, that fucking guy. I fucking hate him. Come see me at your earliest convenience. There's a matter we need to discuss. We'll come in a bit. I think we're going to deal with Blitz's mission first. You can fucking wait for yours, Escobel. Goddamn tosser. Right, what else? Jobs. Claiming payment for the Mark 6 prototype extraction. Herr Schmidt. To call your work unsatisfactory would be an understatement. When I said we wanted the prototype, it should have gone without saying we wanted it intact and operational. You technically fulfilled the terms of our arrangement, so you will get paid, but don't ever expect to work for us again. Schmidt. Yeah, fine. Suck a dick, don't care. All pending and active jobs. Pending. Farmer cleanup job. Herr Fuchs. Oh, God. This is another one of those morally questionable ones. Okay. Herr Amsel, yes, I'm here. To whom am I speaking? You may call me Herr Fuchs. Sorry, Germans. It's just... Ugh, why? Herr Fuchs. Very well, please describe the work that you would like to have done. Straight to the point, I like that very well. I would like to retain your team services to clean up a mess. I'm supposed to dispatch a team of operatives to conduct a quiet operation at a local Shering Farmer AG lab. Unfortunately, botched the job. The team was eliminated, but we have reliable information that one of the operatives has been taken captive. Oh, is this the one we didn't... Yeah. They wanted us to go in and neutralise the guy, and we weren't sure whether to take it or not. Okay. No one left any comments about that, so if there is anyone watching, do we want to do that mission or not? I don't know. I'm really sort of sketchy about taking it. Check the status of the ALBIS fund. How's it going? 32,500. It's going well. Walk away. Okay, Iger or Glory? Let's do Glory, because then we know that we've dealt with that room, and then we know we've got Iger, Dietrich, Amsel, the discs, and everything else to do. God, we're picking up a load of like fucking side quests now. It's getting to that stage. Let's have a chat with Glory. For the first time since you met her, Glory's expression seems to brighten. It's subtle, but it's there. You're sure of it. Slick. No pleasure as always. Need anything from me? How are you doing, Glory? Golden as always, Slick. No problems here. If I didn't know better, I think you're warming up to me. She studies your face for a moment before responding. I suppose that you might say that. I don't talk to many people, Slick. It just doesn't seem to be worth the effort. I don't really feel much anymore. Not since... She caresses the chrome of her forearm with a hand made of articulated steel. This. That's true. Why are you still talking to me? I suppose because you've shown an interest, and because you haven't let me push you away. She locks eyes with you. Her expression is blank. I don't want to mislead you, Slick. I still don't feel anything. Not warmth, or friendship, or even trust. But I can appreciate the effort you're making. It's something new, and it's worthy of exploring. Any thoughts about that last room? A tinge of red crawls up Glory's neck. Slick, look at me. She extends her sculpted metal arms, chrome glints in the flickering light. I'm not far from being what that poor troll was. When I think of what they did to him... She looks you in the eye. Her expression remains neutral, but that slight blush has spread from her neck to her cheeks. It wasn't right. And you did the only thing that you could do to make it better. You knew that it would cost you, and you did it anyway, because it was right. I won't forget that, Slick. Not ever. Tell me a bit more about the Chrome, Glory. I'm getting there, Slick, but you'll have to give me some more time. The answers will come when they do. Okay. Okay. Do we want to push it? I'm not sure if those are two different... Sometimes it's hard to tell if those are two different options or two options that are the same. Let's see if she tells her anything. Okay. Oh, no, I think we are getting a chance to push her here. Holy shit. She doesn't want to because I don't see a reason to. The memories are unpleasant and dredging them up doesn't serve any real purpose. There's a reason to continue, Glory. She pauses for a moment to consider your words, a troubled look on her face. I suppose that's true. Feeling discomfort is better than feeling nothing at all. Alright, here's the deal, Slick. I'm going to talk. You listen. When I'm done, I'm done. No complaints and no arguments, and we'll see what happens. Deal? Deal. Right. Hold on, I need a drink. Oh, man. Right, okay. Here we go. The 1,000-meter stare creeps back into Glory's eyes. A moment later, she's locked away in her own head again, reliving memories that she'd long since filed away. So, a few days after my 14th birthday, I began to express, magically... Wow, that's a bit harsh. You're magically active. I was. Glory gestures at her cyberware-riddled body. Not anymore. There's another long pause, and Glory becomes more animated. Anyway, I turned 14. I awakened. I don't even remember how my parents found out about it anymore. I think that my dad caught me playing with a tiny city spirit that I coaxed out of a pile of garbage, something like that. With everything that happened afterwards, those days are kind of a blur. What I do remember is my father's response to the revelation that his little girl was a witch, a hexer. He beat the living shit out of me with his fists, and then his belt, and then a claw hammer that he grabbed out of his toolbox. All the while my mother was screaming and flailing at him. She took a couple of licks with the hammer too. It's a miracle that you survived. I'm just lucky, I guess. So finally, after what felt like an hour, Dad stopped shooting me up with the hammer. I had broken ribs, a busted arm. I couldn't see out of my left eye. My entire right side was covered with one giant bruise. I was bleeding all over the place, making a real mess of the carpet. The old bastard spat on me. His bleeding, crying daughter. He spat on me and told me I was Des Teufel's her, the devil's whore. Then he kicked me out of the house. As I was crawling away, my father told me that if he or any of his Kreuzritter brothers ever saw me again, they'd treat me as the Berlin chapter treats the enemies of God. If you're not familiar with how the Kreuzritters here in Berlin deal with heretics, it's decidedly less pretty than what my dad and his buddies did to their victims. I got the hint, and the next morning I hitched a ride out of Stuttgart. You were a human girl, why didn't you go to a hospital? Oh, I did, but not in Stuttgart. I went to a local hospital. With the kind of injuries that gave me, there'd be questions, and I couldn't afford to stay in town any longer than I had to. Even if my dad wound up getting arrested for beating me, the rest of the local cruiseriders would have found me, and I'd have wound up skinned alive and thrown into the Necker. I wound up in Tübingen. I figured it'd be a safe enough place to find medical attention, and maybe to call home. It's not far from Stuttgart, but it has a huge student community that I figured I could blend into, and the university there has a decent magic department. My ride dropped me off at the university hospital, and they patched me up pretty good. Had some questions for me about how I got so beaten up, but I lied and told them that I'd been mugged, which played nicely into my complete lack of cash, credit, and identification. Glory pauses for a moment and looks down at the floor and fixes her eyes on you. She's visibly tense. We're going to fast forward through the next few years. I was a kid on the street. I got by as best as I could, doing whatever I had to. The rest we can leave up to your imagination. Good. Good. Glory's clenched jaw relaxes somewhat, and the tension drains out of her shoulders. Thanks. Think she did a little bit of street hooking then, Glory. Shame. Never mind. So, anyway, I lived on the street for a few years. Got used to being hungry all the time. Got used to getting rained on. Got by. I was painfully aware that I had magic talents, but without any kind of training or guidance, I didn't really know how to use or develop them. Truth be told, they scared me, so I more or less ignored them. So it just sort of went by like that until a few days after my 17th birthday. Then I met Marta, and then everything changed. Marta was a sweet girl. At first I took her for a street kid like me. Her clothes were a little ratty, and she seemed comfortable being near me. But she also looked well-fed and happy, and those were two things that I hadn't been in years. We started hanging out, and before I knew what was happening, I was in love. Damn it, Glory! Oh, god damn. There you go. Well, all our hopes and dreams of snuggling up to Glory have just been dashed in that one single revelation. God damn it. We'll have to fucking date Iger instead. Shit. Okay. There was Glory's voice. There was a genuine attraction between Marta and me, I think. But I also think that a lot of my affection for her came from the fact that she was the first person in years to give a damn about me. She cared, and I loved her for that. Glory pauses. She looks flustered, her composure cracked. Keep going, Glory. She stares at you for a beat and then nods. A few ragged breaths later, she continues. Marta told me about a place where she'd been hanging out. She invited me to join her there. It was called Fürstelle, the fireplace, and it was sort of a commune for dispossessed youth. It turns out that a lot of the street kids I'd known over the years had moved there. The way that they disappeared, I'd assumed that they'd been kidnapped or killed or gone back to their parents, but there they were. I remember being angry about it, like, how did everyone get the memo about this but me? Marta calmed me down. She was good at helping me work through my feelings, and I wound up following her to Fürstelle. It sounds like a dodgy-ass place to me. It sounds like fucking the story of Pinocchio. To a street kid, it was basically paradise. The owner, a guy named Harrow, had set up this little farm just outside Tübingen in the Schönbuck forest. The Schönbuck is officially a nature park, but not many people go there nowadays. Too much fear, paranormal animals, I guess. Anyway, park or not, it was plenty big enough for us to hide in. It was also safe and pretty, and the farm was well stocked with food. More importantly, Fürstelle gave us a sense of community and stability that we'd never had on the street, and we loved Harrow for that. He became like a surrogate father to us. Glory pauses again, and you recognise the distinctive flush in her cheeks. She seems to have come out of her reverie once again. That's enough for now. I need to process all of this, and I don't want to continue forward until I've had the chance to do that. I know all this happened years ago, but I guess it's still pretty raw to me, so I'm going to ask you to give me some space for a while. She turns away and the frost begins to creep back into her voice. We can pick it back up later. Okay, Glory. Okay. Holy shit. That was pretty fucking intense. Man. As much as I love these little backstories, they do drag on a bit, some of them. That was quite lengthy. Okay, so coming up to the end of the episode. Next episode, we are going to chat to Iger and Dietrich and probably Paul Amsel and probably watch some DVDs. And I imagine that's probably all we're going to get through in a single episode. But we've got things to do. We've got a mission for Blitz. We've got a mission for Escabel, who we don't like, but we might as well see what he's bitching on about. Because I guess we sort of, not admitted, what's the word? We agreed, didn't we, that we would provide him with at least some assistance if he left the ghoulies alone in the fucking sewer. So yeah, we've got that to do. Right, but for now, I'm going to leave it here, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.